Get ready with me while I tell you guys the story on why to this day I still cannot sleep with all of the lights off. A couple months ago I told this exact story to you guys, but my best friend was telling me about her weird creepy experience with a different little boy that she babysat. So I was like, okay, maybe I should retell it on TikTok. Because when I tell you I still have nightmares about this little boy, I still have nightmares about this creepy little boy that we used to babysit. I'm literally getting chills even thinking about this story, but let's get right into it. So we babysat this little boy every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday morning. His mom was a stay-at-home mom, and she had 3 different jobs, so she definitely needed help, and we helped her out and basically had her kid for 3 days straight. For starters, this little boy was around 5 years old, and he wasn't nonverbal, but he never spoke around us. We never really questioned it because kids work in mysterious ways. And I'm really emphasizing the mysterious on this little boy. I have a really big thing for little kids, and I love little kids, and I would always try to play with him, but every single time I tried to play with this little boy, this is what I would get. The big eyes with the weird look on his face. I got a spray tan and look how splotchy my face looks. But back to what I was saying, it's fine, like kids are weird sometimes, right? Oh, at least he liked to watch TV. Oh, wait, never mind. He liked to stare at the blank screen on the TV. And if you tried to turn the TV on, he would look at you like this. Like, turn it off, bitch. I'm watching my blank screen. It would low-key creep me out a little bit because what in the world are you staring at a blank screen for hours on end before? Like, go watch some Coco Melon. Anyways, let's just skip to the most interesting part. It was a Friday night. I will never forget. My bad, I take that back. It was a Thursday night and I woke up around 3 a.m. in the middle of the night. So at this point, it was Friday. You ever have that feeling where you wake up in the middle of the night and you are dying of thirst? Well, I was on the 2nd floor. This was in my old house. Anyways, I was on the 2nd floor. I was feeling a little bit lazy. I was like, my legs aren't gonna work right now. I am in the middle of sleeping. But man, was I craving a juice box. I wanted one so bad, but we didn't have any. Reminder. We didn't have any juice boxes. At this point, we were too broke to afford juice boxes anyway, so I know we did not have any in the house. Again, emphasizing we did not have any. As I'm going to get up to go find something to drink, probably tap water, because again, we had nothing. This little boy walks in my room with a juice box. I didn't think anything of it. I took this juice box and I'm like, the Lord answered my prayers. Thank you so much. I said, thank you. He walked out of my room. I'm drinking the juice box. As I finish the juice box, I set it on my nightstand and I pull the covers over me to go back to sleep. I pop up. When I tell you, I was like, one, where did that juice box come from? Because I know we are too broke to have any in the house, like I said. Number 2, why is the little boy up? Why is he up? Why is he up? Number 3, how did he know I wanted a juice box? Because it is 3 a.m. It is way past his bedtime because his bedtime was 8:45. 8:45 p.m. You better be under the covers if you are under the age of 10 years old in that house. At this point, I know what you guys are all thinking because I was thinking the same. I'm like, we have babysat this little boy for how long? He is like family to us. Let me go back to sleep and stop overthinking. It's 3 a.m. You know, the demon's gonna get me. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Even after telling myself, Gianna, you are crazy, stop overthinking, I was still overthinking, so I went downstairs to see what he was doing and why he was up.
Go downstairs and he is asleep on the couch and I'm like, Gianna, you are insane. You are insane. You just imagined all of that.
As I'm walking back up the steps, my room is right here. Here's the bathroom. This is the hallway. All the lights in my room were on and a couple downstairs. The rest of the house was completely dark. I know I seen that little fucker. I seen him. He was in the hallway. He was not downstairs asleep. Even though I just went downstairs and I saw him asleep, he was right there. I feel like I'm reliving it in my head. He was right there. He was right there. How did he get there? I don't know. I don't know. He teleported? I don't know. And again, what's going through my mind is it's 3 a.m. Crazy things happen at 3 a.m. So I go grab my flashlight. I shine it to exactly where he was and he wasn't there. So I'm like, I am not going to be able to go to sleep if I know for a fact he is not still downstairs sleeping. So I went downstairs to check if he was still sleeping on the couch and he wasn't there. He was not there. Let me just start calmly telling this story. I come back upstairs and he was asleep in my bed. I can't calmly tell it. That motherfucker was asleep in my bed even though I just seen him every which way of the house. At this point, I am bamboozled. I lock myself in the bathroom and I'm like, I'm just gonna fall asleep in here. And then I was like, never mind, I am not comfortable. I ended up going back into my bedroom and he's still sound asleep on. But now there's a new problem. My juice box wrapper was missing. As I am going to get back into my bed and lay right next to him and go to sleep soundly and forget about it all, he turns around because he was facing the wall and he said, I threw it away for you. That's the first time I ever heard that motherfucker speak. Literally the first time I had ever heard his voice, and it was the cutest but creepiest voice ever. My makeup looks horrific today, but let me know if you guys want a part 2 because it just gets worse. You guys bye, and now that I'm retelling the story, I'm probably gonna have nightmares tonight. I'm creeped out all over again. Ready with me while I give you guys a part 2 on the most creepy experience that I have ever had, aka the creepy boy that we used to babysit. This video ended up being super long, so I'm so sorry. Bear with me. I promise the plot is worth it. Since we have 10-minute videos now, there was no need for a part 3, so stick with me. So where we left off was that this was the first time that I have ever heard this little boy speak, and I was so spooked out that I slept with my mom that night. So after the first little creepy incident, nothing had happened for about 2 weeks straight until the next Thursday that he came 3 weeks later. So every time this 5-year-old little boy would come over and we babysit him, he would bring this little toy train, and it never failed. He brought the toy train every single time that he came. So on the Thursday that he came back, one of my friends named Abby was over. And yes, I already asked the mom of the little boy and my friend. They both said I can name drop. Her name was Abby and the little boy's name was Lander. Also, Abby had never been to my house before, not once. Every single time that we hung out, it would be at her house, and that also plays a big role. She knew none of my siblings, and she knew nothing about this little boy. She had no idea that this little boy never spoke. So while I was doing chores, aka cleaning the upstairs bathroom, she was downstairs playing with all the little kids. Mind you, I am the oldest of 6 younger siblings. Anyways, once I was finished cleaning the bathroom, she came back upstairs. We were sitting in my room, and she was talking about how cute Ari is. A lot of you guys know who Ari is. That's my younger sister. And then she was like, did you know the little boy Lander down there does not like you? Ha 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 ha. And I'm like, excuse me, how do you even know that? Because this little boy never speaks, so how does she know that? So I was like, he physically told you that? She was like, yeah, like questioning, yeah. Again, this little boy does not speak to any of us, which genuinely made him so peaceful to watch because he never like really caused a problem other than when he wouldn't speak about what do you want to eat, what do you want to drink, stuff like that. Anyways, back to the story. She was like, he said that you think he's bad and you're very mean to him. And I'm sitting here in complete utterly shock. Like, why is he speaking more than one word to this girl that he has never met before when he's never speaking to us, when we have babysat him for literally over a year? So me and Abby both go to my mom and we tell her exactly what he said. And mind you, Abby is the sweetest girl out there. I haven't talked to her in a while. Abby, if you're watching this, I love and miss you. Anyways, we tell her what happened and her first reaction was like, oh my gosh, that's so great. Like, he never speaks to anyone. I'm so happy that he spoke to you. Yay, you need to come around more. Ha 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 ha. And then my mom sat here and screamed at me because he told Abby that I was mean to him when I'm not mean to this little boy. I love kids. But of course, my mom believes everything that everyone else says, but not me, not Gianna, not her daughter. So I got in trouble and I got screamed at. At that point, I was kind of mad at everyone because now I'm getting screamed at for literally something that I didn't do. Like, I am not mean to this little boy, and apparently I am mean to him according to him. According to the little boy that does not even speak. But again, my mom believes everything everyone else says. It's fast forward a couple hours. Nothing had happened between the couple hours. Me and Abby went up to my room. We were like hanging out, whatever, so we didn't really see the kids. I ended up going to the bathroom and I took a little bit too long. I was going so about 20 minutes goes by. By the way, it's about 1 a.m. at this point. I go back to my room and she's not in there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, where the heck is Abby? Like, she doesn't know her way around my house. Back downstairs and she is literally playing with the toy train with Lander. And I'm like, it's 1 a.m. My mom is going to beat all of our butts. She sees that he's up right now and we're playing with him. Again, we had a very strict bedtime in that house. Like, if you're under the age of 10 in that house, you had to be in bed by like 8:45, something like that. I don't really remember. Then I start feeling bad because she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I had no idea he came up with the toy train and he was like, play with me. And I'm like, girl, it's okay. He just needs to go to sleep. He lays on the couch. I put a blanket over him and me and Abby went back upstairs. A couple hours go by. Me and Abby end up falling asleep because it's like 3 a.m. at this point. I get woken up to a knock on my door and I'm a very heavy sleeper, so I was very surprised that it woke me up. Open my bedroom door and it's literally the toy train. He is nowhere to be found. No one is at my door. It's literally a toy train and I'm like, I'm being pranked right now. It's literally 3 a.m. Y'all all need to go to sleep. Stop trying to prank me because I heard a knock at my door and it's the toy train. But my 14-year-old self was literally freaking out. I wake up Abby. I'm like, Abby, please wake up. Everything I told you about this little boy, it's real. Like, look at the toy train. Well, I'm like, I'm not about to be called crazy again. So I go to try to wake up my mom and she's like, get out of my room. I'm sleeping. It's 3 a.m. Get out of my room. I'm sleeping. I'm like, me and Abby decided to go downstairs to check this all out. And he was awake. And I'm like, I told you, Abby. I told you that little motherfucker is creepy. This was a couple years ago, so I don't remember exactly where I went. I could have went to the bathroom. I could have went back up to my mom's room, one of my other siblings' room. I don't remember. But I just remember walking back into the living room and she gives me the biggest blank stare ever. And she's like, he wants to know why you took his toy train. Just like that. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to lose this friend over a creepy boy. At this point, I'm trying to get Lander to talk to me. And I'm like, hi, buddy. Just talk to me, please. She looks over at me and she goes, Gianna, he's not gonna talk to you. Like, with like mucus in her throat, like about to cry. Again, at this point, I have no idea why she's scared yet. At this point, this 5-year-old little boy is literally giving me the death stare like this. I'm like, let's go back upstairs. Right when we get back upstairs, she's like, I don't know what this is, Gianna, but I'm about to call my mom to come pick me up. At this point, I'm like, Abby, just tell me what he said. There has to be a logical reason for everything that's happened. I'm gonna try to quickly finish the story because this story ends in the most disturbing thing ever. So basically, she asked Lander, like, hey, buddy, why'd you put the train by our door? And he was like, I didn't, she did, and pointed to the corner of the room. She said she looked over and she saw nothing, and she was like, hey, buddy, like, is that your friend? Is that who you're pointing to? He goes, no, that's my sister. Just wait. I don't believe in stuff like this because I am the believe it to see it type person, but this story literally had me believing in ghosts. I'm just kidding, but it was insane. He basically told Abby that his invisible sister doesn't like me, and that's why he doesn't like me. A whole bunch of really creepy stuff happened that night, but this video is literally already 7 minutes long, so I'm just gonna get straight to the point. Mind you, this little boy was playing with the lights, flickering them on and off all night. Would not stop talking about his sister. Let me get straight to the point. We found out that he had a sister that he had no idea about that passed away in the womb. And we found that out through his mom after we had to ask her about what this little boy was talking about. After that incident, we did not babysit him anymore because she was really confused on how he even knew about her, and his own mother was really creeped out as well. So basically this entire time, his sister that had passed away in the womb that he had no idea about was following him around our house for over a year, or all the time that we babysat him. Because again, this 5-year-old little boy did not know that he had a sister. Peace out.
Story time on how I broke up a relationship. So to start off, I was in Seaside. And the girls know what happens in Seaside. You meet the cutest guys known to man. So to start off, my friend and I rented those little bikes, and we were biking around downtown when we met this group of guys. So the 2 guys came up to us and they asked for both of our snaps. And I mean, these guys were gorgeous. The guy I was snapping looks like JJ from Outer Banks and Jeremiah from The Semi Turned Pretty combined. I was starstruck. So we immediately started snapping these guys, and we made plans to go on double dates and hang out. So we were both there for about a week, and that whole week we hung out. We went to the beach, we got ice cream, we went go-karting. And keep in mind, I asked him if he had a girlfriend, and he said he didn't. But anyways, we literally kissed. As I was driving home, I decided to follow him on Instagram because he lives about an hour away from me, so maybe we could have something. But anyways, I was looking through his tagged photos, just doing some stalking, and this girl tagged him in this happy 10 months post. The post was about 6 weeks old, so just using the benefit of the doubt, I just assumed that they were broken up. But no, because when I clicked her Instagram story, it was a photo of the 2 of them hanging out. He went from kissing me at Seaside to hanging out with her the next day. So I slid up in her DMs and I exposed this bastard. This is what I said. I said the iconic, "Hey girl, I know this is random, but I saw your Instagram and how you're dating." His name. I'm at Seaside and him and I have been snapping and hanging out, and he didn't tell me he had a girlfriend. I'm so sorry. I wouldn't have even looked his way if I knew he had a girlfriend. I hope you guys can work this out. Again, I'm so sorry. And she said, "Oh my freaking gosh, I knew it. Thank you so much for telling me. He's such a jerk." And we communicated more. I'm just not going to share the screenshots just because it's very personal. But I told her how him and I kissed and how he told me he was single. So anyways, we came up with a plan to expose him. So literally a day later, he made a Seaside dump post. And so I commented, "Where are the photos of me and you?" I know that was super cringy, but y'all just trust the process. So then his girlfriend replied to my comment saying, "What?" Now, obviously, we already planned this ahead, but he freaked out. He deleted the post, and then he blocked me on Snapchat and Instagram. And so it turns out that him and his girlfriend broke up. She confronted him, and he was denying the whole thing. But I already showed her all of the photos of us together and are saved in chats. So he kept on denying it. He was "I don't even know who she is. That isn't me. Yada, yada, yada." Acting like he wasn't in Seaside with me literally the whole week. But anyways, I felt so bad for this girl because she was head over heels for him. But I pray this guy learned his lesson and doesn't play girls like us anymore. And guys, before you hate on me, I did not know he had a girlfriend. I had zero idea. His ex-girlfriend and I actually snapped, and we're pretty good friends. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Bye!
Do you ever just get the feeling that one of your roommates is stealing things from you? Because that's exactly where I'm at right now. I have reason to believe one of my roommates is stealing products from my room, and I don't know what to do about it. So basically, I live with 2 girls, and me and one of the girls were gone for the weekend. So our other roommate was home by herself. Mind you, this is a random roommate we've only known for 5 months. She was taking over one of our friends' rooms who went to Europe for the summer, and she's actually in the process of moving out as we speak because my friend's coming back from Europe. So anyway, she's home alone for a few days while we're gone, and then the girl who was in Europe texts me asking if she can stay in my room because she's coming back. But since the other girl hadn't moved out yet, she stayed in my room while we were gone for the weekend. So then I get back from my weekend and I'm putting my makeup away. I noticed 2 YSL blushes are missing. They look like this. I took this one with me for the weekend, but left the other two in my makeup drawer. So I text my friend who was staying in my room and I'm like, hey, did you happen to use these blushes? Like maybe she just misplaced them or put them somewhere random. She says no, she hadn't touched them. So I'm like, okay, maybe I just put them somewhere and I don't remember. So I start looking through all of my makeup drawers. And this is when I realize more things are missing. In one of my drawers, I'm missing 2 things of perfume. And I'm like, okay, maybe I also misplaced those. I'm literally gaslighting myself. But then I remember that I have pictures and videos of every single thing in my makeup drawers. And I had taken these pictures right before we left for the weekend because I had just reorganized everything. So I was getting content for this video I was gonna make. I'm looking through my pictures. I'll put examples right here. And I see the YSL blush and the perfume exactly where I thought it was supposed to be. And this was literally the day before we left for the weekend. So I know I didn't move it before then. I asked my friend again. I'm like, hey, did you use any perfume? Like I'm missing more stuff. And she's just as confused as I am. She's like, I didn't touch any of that. So I decided to ask my other roommate who was there over the weekend with her if she had any friends over or like might have seen anyone go in my room. She's like, no, I was barely home all weekend. Like doesn't have any idea what I'm talking about. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what's happening. I'm just gonna go for a walk. At this point, I was like, we literally have a ghost. Like some ghost is taking my products. I get back from my walk and I go into my bathroom and guess what I find? This perfume, the one from the photo that I told everyone I was missing. So I noticed this is all messed up and not put back properly. So I pick it up and the perfume is under it. And at that point, I'm shocked. I'm like, somebody is messing with me. I use that makeup headband every morning and every night. So that morning I had used it and nothing was under it. So somebody obviously put the perfume there while I was on a walk. So I text my friend again and I'm like, hey, like I found this perfume. You wouldn't do this, would you? And she keeps reassuring me like she didn't do anything. And I believe her because she has such a bad guilty conscience that like she would not be able to keep the secret one. And also she'd be like apologizing over and over again if she accidentally took anything. So then I'm like, it has to be my other roommate. There's no other explanation. She was the only other one home when I went on a walk. And now I'm just so confused why she would take something and then put it back in the bathroom in a really weird spot. Like what does she think I'm gonna think? Okay, I have to whisper because she actually just got home. She's like currently packing up her things to leave, which is also why I think maybe she decided to take something now because she's moving out anyway. Plus my friend who's moving back in, like it'd be stupid of her to steal something and then move back in. Like I'm gonna notice. So guys, I'm just so confused. Like should I confront her? I don't know what to do. I want to talk to her before she moves out because she obviously still has more of my stuff. Like I only found this one perfume, but there's a lot more missing. And it's not like I care about the material things, but it's more the fact that like she was snooping around in my room, took things out of it, and then hid it back. It just like doesn't make any sense to me. Either that or we really have a ghost. But
Get ready with me as I tell how a girl bullied me because I was new at school. Because I couldn't finish my high school at my own school, I had to go to another school after 3 years. The first few weeks were very hard because everyone already made their friends. I wasn't the only new girl because there also was a girl transferring from another class to my new class, and for some kind of reason my classmates were scared of her. They told me she'd fought with some people the year before I came there and that it was better for me to stay away from her. I did my best to stay away from her, but after a few weeks I sat in front of her during economics class. Always had 2 friends with her who did everything for her, like some kind of minions. That day, all 3 of them sat behind me. During the entire class, they were giggling and gossiping behind my back. At some point, we had to work for ourselves and do our homework. We weren't even working for like 5 minutes and this girl throws her pencil under my chair. So I turned around and she said, pick it up. I said, what? She said, pick it up. I said, you pick it up yourself. Looked at her friends like, she's not obeying me? Never gonna believe what happened next. Let me know if you need a part 2.
Besties, get ready with me. Well, okay, so I do not feel good like at all right now and I'm trying to be quiet. My bestie's in the other room getting ready and she's going through like a really bad heartbreak right now, like really bad. Like she was just bawling in my arms because boys are freaking so stupid. Like she's one of the most beautiful girls that I have ever met and I'm not gonna explain their business, but like, oh, I just want to square up with him. Anyways, I'm about to take her out on like a little girls' night date. So I'm gonna take her downtown. We're gonna go get ice cream, right, and get dinner. We're gonna go do a little bit of shopping. But I kind of gotta hurry up because it is getting late and I don't want anything to be closed. It's 5:30 right now. But like, she deserves this. Like, she literally deserves this. I'm gonna make sure she has like the best night ever. We're also gonna take Instagram pictures because Instagram pictures can never go wrong. But she has no idea what she's getting ready for, by the way. But she was like really upset, like really freaking upset. And just went in the other room. I was like, hey, I need to go grab something from the store. Can you get ready? But I also wanted her to like get really cute so I can take some like Instagram pictures or some pictures of her so it can boost her confidence. Show that stupid freaking boy what the heck he's missing out on. So I kind of like had to make up a lie or whatever. I was like, get kind of cute, like just in case we do anything after. But like she didn't question it at all, so yay. So if you guys know what the Boathouse restaurant is, it's like a fancy restaurant. We have reservations at 6:45, and that's literally her favorite restaurant, so I'm taking her there. My Target delivery should be here literally any minute. I got like a whole bunch of like stuff to like put a cute little basket together for her. Like the viral strawberries and like chocolate cup things on TikTok. I ordered some strawberries. That's also coming in the Target delivery. I have this automatic melter that is like wireless. It's so freaking cool. So I'm taking her downtown. There's like this little spot that I know, and I know this sounds cringy, but like if he couldn't do this for her, then I have to. I was like mid-sentence and she just came in here. I really hope she didn't hear me and then the surprise be ruined. You just like stop blabbing on. So basically the plan is when the Target order gets here, I'm gonna make her like a little basket. I'm gonna hurry up and put the basket together before she sees it. I'm gonna take the strawberries and like chocolate with us. I know it's stupid, but whatever. I'm gonna take that with us and then I'm gonna like sneak it into the car somehow so she doesn't see it. And she's been like sending me so many TikToks of like girls' night with like the strawberries and chocolate. So like I know she's been wanting to do it. But instead I'm taking her downtown. There's like these train track stuff and like you sit by the train tracks and you look out and you see all like the pretty lights. So we're gonna go do that. And then I don't know if you guys know what Brewster's is. It's like this really cool ice cream place. Like it's like me and her spot. We love that. So we're gonna go there after we sit at like the train tracks, take pictures, take cute pictures, eat our chocolate covered strawberries or like whatever. Wait, I lied. Right after the Boathouse, like right after dinner, we are gonna go shopping. I'm gonna take her shopping. I want to take her to Sephora and Lululemon and then maybe get her like a necklace from Kendra Scott or something. I don't know. I just looked on like the Target order to see where it was and I also got her flowers, but it said they were out of stock. I'm trying to like kind of give her space right now because I know when I was going through a heartbreak I needed my space for a second. She's about to be stuck with me all night. Gonna lie, that boy really freaking fumbled the bag because he was definitely a 2 out of 10 and his personality was a negative 50 million out of 10. Like she gave an ugly boy a chance and he thinks he runs the world now. I'm just kidding. I don't like using the word ugly, but boy, sit down. Okay guys, I love you so freaking much. I gotta go get ready before we're late for a reservation. My makeup does not look good, but peace out. I'm probably not gonna post this until after we go to dinner, so if you guys are seeing this, we're already at dinner. See you later.
I don't trust you if you're somebody who says dogs don't belong in beds. If you use all the toilet paper and then don't put another one on the roll. Don't hate me, but if you don't make your bed before your next time of going to sleep. Don't care if you make it 5 minutes before you get into bed, but as long as you get into a freshly made bed. Don't trust you if you never wash your sheets. If you're a girl and you claim you've never posted a story for one boy to see. Your defense in an argument is making fun of somebody's weight. If you view showering as a chore rather than a blessing. If you've never screamed the lyrics to Take a Bow or Irreplaceable with your best friend after a boy broke your heart. Girls who hate Bath and Body Works. People who can get out of bed to one singular alarm. Actually, I do trust you. You're mature and I envy you. People who say she wears a lot of makeup as an insult. Like, heck yeah, I do, but don't insult this extra hour I spent in front of the mirror. People who gatekeep, just tell me where you got it from. People who would rather online shop than in-person shop. Like, no, I have to try everything on. People who hate on people on social media. Like, if you have that much time on your hands, I don't even want to know what you're capable of in your free time. People who think it's a flex to drink and people who don't like pickles. I literally love going to eat with you because then I get yours and mine and I'm happy. Don't forget to tell me something that makes you not trust somebody in the comments.
So last night at like 11 p.m. at night, I was just scrolling through TikTok and I got a phone call from this number that I didn't know. It wasn't added to my contacts, and I was like, that's weird. I mean, I don't have this person added, but like I recognize the area code because I used to live in Oklahoma and the area code is 918. So I was like, weird. I don't know who this is. Like I don't answer the phone call, but like I texted them and I was like, who is this? And they text back this person's name. And let me just tell you that this person is literally one of the only people in this world that I dislike. This girl, I do not like her because of stuff she's done to me in the past. And she was just like a really fake friend. When they texted that name, I was like, what the? Why is this person texting me right now? Like, I have not talked to this person in like so long. So obviously I want to know why they're texting me. So I was like, what's up? It's like 2 a.m. in Oklahoma because it's 2 hours ahead from Washington. So I'm kind of getting anxious and I don't know why, but I was like, why is she calling me? And how did she get my number? So I call the number back and they answer and they don't talk. And I'm like, hello? And someone says, hey. And I'm like, what's up? They start laughing. So I immediately know someone's prank calling me. Of course, I recognize the voice as soon as they start laughing. And I'm like, what are you doing? And how the hell did you come up with that name? Like, seriously, out of everyone, how did you come up with that name? And like, I seriously thought it was this person because I had just seen this person in my Instagram views on my story. But it was my little sister calling me with her friend's phone. Like, what is up with her and pranking me? I was super confused. And of course, out of everyone, she chose that one person. But I'm actually so glad it wasn't actually her. That's my little story time.